Hi, welcome to Bond Bytes, the daily bond market highlights from INR bonds. I'm Arjun Patsarthi, and in today's Bond Bytes, we talk about gold, whether it will make a strong comeback as an asset for investors in this inflationary and highly volatile market conditions. Before that, download our app, Quick Invest by INR Bonds, for the best bonds to invest in this inflationary times.
It was a tough journey going from an intern to a senior professional. Now, to protect my savings against high inflation and grow my wealth, I invest in bonds with INR Bonds. Download the INR Bonds app to save better.
Coming back to gold, gold has seen prices very steady in the last couple of years despite COVID. It had touched all-time highs globally but then it's not moved up despite all the issues that the markets are facing now with rate hikes and inflation and a crisis developing in the Russia-Ukraine, and also the fact that inflation expectations are at all-time highs, and everyone, the central banks are really worried about inflation taking hold of economies. And given that they're way behind inflation in terms of where the rates are and how much of money is floating in the system, because central banks have been printing money continuously for the last almost 14 years, since the time the financial crisis started in 2008. And with the COVID striking, they printed it doubly. And then so much of money floating around, and inflation is rising, interest rates at all-time lows. So clearly the expectations is very, very high, and the need to control inflation is very prominent at this point of time. And asset prices have been declining. Equities have been extremely volatile after touching record highs. You had currencies, the US dollar is strengthening, then all the emerging market currencies are falling. And obviously, the new age currencies like cryptos that had taken the fancy of investors, they have also fallen sharply. So investors don't seem to have any place to hide at this point of time. And given the Cold War conditions that are developing with Russia and the rest of the world, given the Ukraine crisis, China on one hand is staying aloof, and again with COVID, and they are also cutting off a lot of supply globally, given the requirements for domestic purposes. All this is going to hurt market sentiments and investor sentiments. And typically over the years, well, many years, we have seen gold being one of the safest asset classes in terms of crisis. So the question is, will gold make a comeback for investors, and should investors start investing in gold more and more? And INR Bonds has the best gold portfolio. We called it the Goldilocks portfolio. Do log into Quick Invest and download the app. You will get all the details of the Goldilocks portfolio to your mailbox. And you can communicate with us through the app, and also see the best bonds where you can invest it along with gold, which can give you a very strong portfolio in this volatile market conditions. Thank you very much for listening in. Then don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel if you've not done so already.